7.
Are you a woman who is keen on breaking the bias? Are you looking for a welcoming community with a strong support system that empowers the female gender? Do you need a safe space that is candid, original, and authentic like the queen you are? Then this is the program for you. Tune in to Real Women Real Talk with Kiki Okewale on Women Radio 91.7 FM every Friday by 5 p.m. As Kiki Okewale brings on different leading women who will give you a bite into their growth journey and how they beat all odds to become who they are today. Real Women Real Talk.
Good evening, lovelies. Good evening, beautiful people. How are you doing? So tell me, did you miss me? Because I have definitely missed you. I made sure that you weren't bored, but I have been so busy. Your girl just came back from China, and yes, this is the first program I'm having since I got back. So, again, lots of love emojis online. What's going on? You guys, thank you for the love emojis. Obvious that you've missed me, and I have definitely missed you as well. The love emoji is making me blush. I'm smiling from here to here. Maybe because I've been so overwhelmed today as well. I've gone through all kind of emotional roller coaster, dealing with staff, dealing with company, and everything. It's just been really, really something. And it's been quite difficult for me today. I've cried, I've laughed, it's been hard. But guess what? I'm still here, showing up, right? That is amazing. I think it's one thing to go through things in life, is another to consistently show up regardless of that. Thank you. Thank you so much for the love. I can feel it right here. You guys are amazing on social media. You guys are phenomenal. So I want to start tonight by telling you something most of us never say out loud. Sometimes the people closest to us can't rise up with us. Why am I saying this? I posted something on my WhatsApp story. I said, you know what? The truth of the matter is, right now, at this very moment, my circle is quite small. Why is that? Because I've realized that some people cannot come with me to where I'm going. Not because they don't want to, but some people just can't, they can't operate in that frequency at that moment. I remember listening to, now I can't remember his name, this guy that does movie. If you remember his name, please tell me in the comment section. He said something about the fact that a lot of times we try to pull people up to a frequency, and to us, we're trying to be nice. Let's go here together. But sometimes they're not ready for that frequency. Sometimes they do not have the capacity for that frequency. All right. So not because they don't love us, they want to come with us, but just maybe they're not there yet. So it's not because they are unkind, but simply because their lungs, their hearts, their minds, they weren't built for that height, or they're not ready and they're not equipped yet for that height. You can feel it before they even do. You notice the little hesitations, the small complaints, the why are you doing that moment. When somebody looks at you and says, you're already doing so much. Why are you doing extra? You're already doing this. Why, Kiki, why do you have to do more? Sometimes people can't just understand the frequency that you're operating. They really can't. They can't understand how you're operating in that frequency. So it's very, very important that we understand who we are and where we are going, right? So you can feel it. There's the nudge. There's that, I'm not ready for where you want to go. But a lot of times we try to hold people's hand and say, you're ready. Let's go together. We can do it. We can do that. But sometimes showing love can actually be choking, and even it can frustrate other people as well. And that's why today's topic is very, very important. Today's topic is very, very key. You catch yourself trying to adjust your flight to other people's reading. How many of you here, or have you ever at any point in time tried to dim your light because you don't want people to tag you as being too much, right? You don't want your light to shine because you don't want people to say, are you the only one? Why are you the one always doing this and doing that? Sometimes you're bending your wings. Sometimes you're clipping your own dreams just so that they don't stumble. So tonight, we're going to be talking about the eagle versus the sparrow, about knowing when to carry, about knowing when to release, and about knowing when to finally stop apologizing for how high you need to fly. Are you with me? Should I take that again? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We are talking about the fact that sometimes we need to realize that we are in our ego moments. And just maybe, those people that you're dealing your life for are just in their spiral moments. And life is in stages, life is in levels. Sometimes you're ready to operate in the ego moment, but the people you're trying to drag and pull along with you are not in that space yet. We need to always show people grace. We need to let people know that your chapter might not be the chapter that they are in. And it's okay. Everyone is on a peculiar journey. And when God gave you that vision, that dream, it wasn't a conference call. It wasn't a conference call. So sometimes, even your family members, your friends, your loved ones, your parents, your spouse, they might not understand. They might not understand why you need to be doing what you are doing, why you need to walk that path, why you need to walk that journey. To other people, she's too much. To other people, her own is plenty. To other people, she wants to do everything. And it's okay if people don't understand. And sometimes, we try to then dim the light. If God has given you the capacity and has asked you to walk in a path, and then we now try to dim our light, we try to bend our wings. But I'm here to tell you today that it is time for you to stop apologizing for how high you need to fly. It is time for you to stop. It is your life. It is your journey. You alone understand the vision, the mission, and what God has deposited inside of you. Because the truth is, soaring doesn't mean leaving people behind. Because you want to live your best life, because you want to be the best of who God has called you to be, does not mean that you're leaving people behind. It means understanding your own limits. It means understanding your own air. It means understanding your own wings. And yes, it is possible to care deeply and still rise. I want you to write this down. It is okay to care deeply about people and still rise. I think we do the world a disservice. I think we do ourselves a disservice. I think we do the creator, the maker, a disservice when we do not let our light shine, when we do not live in our maximum capacity because of other people. And I think that I would ask myself, if somebody knows that because of her or because of him, I'm not living my best life, would that person be happy? Would that person be happy that, Kiki is dimming her light because she doesn't want me to feel uncomfortable? I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like a lot of times we're doing things that nobody sent us. Nobody sent you to dim your light because of them. You feel people care too much about. People are dealing with their own things. Reality check. You feel like people are, oh, they're talking about you. People are laughing about you. People are mocking you when they are busy. Like somebody's probably thinking somewhere today that, oh, what would Kiki care? I don't care. I've been crying all day dealing with my own business. I don't even remember anybody right now because I'm dealing with my own, excuse my English, my own mess right now. So a lot of times we care too much about what other people would say, what other people would, how they care. And they don't, we put too much attention on ourselves to honestly think that, we are all that and the whole world is thinking about us. You need to do you. You need to show up for you. You need to be the best version of yourself. So before we dive in, which I've already dived in anyways, because I'm so passionate about this topic, because I talk to a lot of women. I talk to a lot of women. I'm a woman. I talk to a lot of women, and this is one thing I see all the time. I hear all the time. Sometimes it's the people around us stopping and limiting us. Sometimes it is us limiting and stopping ourselves, telling ourselves that we're not good enough, reminding ourselves how many times we failed, and because of that, we cannot do anything. Anywho, before we dive in again, let's just settle into that feeling and let's just enjoy Tatiana My Noise, because this song is so appropriate for today's conversation. Like You by Tatiana Manois. You already know. You already know that's one of my favorite songs. So let's hear it. That song is as much for me as it is for you, because I even need to be reminded that there is no one quite like me today, because I've gone through all kind of emotional roller coaster today. The Lord is my strength. After this program, this whole weekend, I am taking a break because I can't kill myself. Oh. But that's not the song. Let's enjoy Like You by Tatiana Manois. Don't go nowhere. I will be right back.
You gotta get up. You gotta get up and make a move. 'Cause the world will never see you until you do. No, they don't really care what you're going through. So you gotta show them, baby. You gotta show them the real you. You gotta give them what you've got. No, don't let them see what you're not. 'Cause you are strong. You are wise. You are worth beyond 1,000 reasons why. And you can't be perfect, baby, 'cause nobody's perfect, darling. But no, 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 there's nobody in the world like you. What do you do when you can't let go? What do you say when you just don't know how you feel? And you know nobody knows how you feel. 'Cause everybody's got their own damn problem. So everybody's trying to find their way. And day by day is a struggle. In this world, you know you have to hustle. Just know that you're not alone. You don't always have to be strong all by yourself. I said it's okay to ask for help. Now listen. People will find you, but they don't define you. And you will find people who help redesign you. People will find you, but they don't define you. And you will find people who help redesign you. You are a work of art. Bet you didn't think you'd come this far. Now here you are. are strong. You are wise. You are worth beyond 1,000 reasons why. And you can be perfect, baby. Cause no.
You can't be perfect. And one thing that I just love is that it's okay to ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. Sometimes it's not even about financial help. I did a video today and I posted and I'm like, I'm exhausted. I'm overwhelmed. How do you guys do it? It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to ask for help. Like that song lives rent free in my head. Like you're strong, you're phenomenal. You need to know that. But there's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame in crying for help. That was Like You by Tatiana Manois. If you haven't listened to the entire song, go listen to it. Come back to me and tell me how that ministered to you. You know, songs are their ministrations, right? Anyhow, welcome back to Real Women, Real Talk. Now, for today's quote, you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. That was Maya Angelou. He says, you may not control, because guess what? We have no control over what life throws at us. Life happens. Hey, life is happening to me right now. Oh, hallelujah, somebody. But I'm still here showing up and smiling, right? That's how much it means to me. That is how much it means to me. I was going to go home and just shut everything down. Just say, you know what? I'm going. But then I remembered, radio, 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 my loved ones. And then I said, you know what? I will show up. I will show up for my people, regardless of what life throws at me. And that's why Maya Angelou says, you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. I looked at everything around me today. I said, you know what? I will not be reduced by what is happening around me. Manufacturing is humbling me right now. It is well. And then Oprah Winfrey says, you get in life what you have the courage to ask for. I mean, Kuku ask for manufacturing. I mean, ask for manufacturing. I'm getting what I've asked for. But you know what? This is just a phase. It's going to get better. We learn, we unlearn, we relearn, we fire, we hire, we refire. You see the way I'm smiling today, right? If you're just tuning in, welcome back. This is Real Women, Real Talk with me, your host, Kiki Okewale. Tonight we're talking about the eagle versus the sparrow. Here's something I want you to hear. Some people in your life, they just aren't ready for your eyes. And that is not a judgment. It's not about them being bad or you being selfish. It is about honesty and about reality. You know that feeling when you're moving forward, trying to level up, and someone keeps holding on, pulling you and slowing you down. You try to adjust. You really do try to carry them with you. But it gets heavy. That load gets too heavy for you to bear. And after a while, you start to feel it in your chest. You start to feel it in your shoulders. You start to feel it in your wings. It is exhausting. It is exhausting to be carrying someone who is not willing or ready to be carried. It is exhausting to be carrying someone who should not be carried at that point in time. And I feel like a lot of times we're very emotional. We're very sentimental. You know, oh, what would this person say? How would this person feel? You know, we went to school together. Oh, we grew up together. Oh, we did this together. Oh, we started this business together. And because of that, you try to carry and make sure that you level up and you begin to feel the weight. Sometimes it's a stuff that started with you many years ago. You know you should drop them off that shoulder. You know. But because of sentiment, your chest begins to feel it. Your chest begins to become heavy. Sometimes it's a family member. Your shoulders feel the weight. Your wings feel it. It's exhausting. The whole situation is about to break you, but still, you're there, carrying a weight business carrying because you're not Jesus Christ. But the truth is, you cannot carry everyone. You can guide, you can inspire, but you cannot take their limitation as your own. Trying to do that, it will break you. So tonight, we're going to talk about how to recognize who you can help. We're going to talk about who you can lift. We're going to talk about who you need to let go of without feeling guilty. And trust me, this conversation is for me too. Let me just be honest with you. This conversation is for me too. Because a lot of times, I carry more than I should be carrying. Remember, I came here and I was honest with you and I told you that I have the savior syndrome. I'm not even joking. I have that savior syndrome where I tend to want to carry everybody. Hey, problem no dey finish. Me self right now, I need somebody to carry me. I need somebody to come and carry me on your shoulder. Come and carry me on your shoulder because this shoulder is tired. No jokes though. And a lot of times we feel guilty. We feel bad. I don't know if you're listening to me right now and you felt that way. Like you felt like bad because you couldn't carry some people along with you to where you're going. Please let me know in the comment section if you are joining me on social media. And if you're joining me on radio, please, I want you to phone in. I want to be sure, am I the only one that feels this way? Right? I want to carry everyone. When I can't, I can guide, I can inspire, but I cannot take their limitation as my own. Trying to do that has broken me. It will break you. So we don't want to feel guilty no more because guilty is a baggage. How to fly without losing yourself? How can you operate as the ego without feeling bad about it? Without seeing those people and, trying to hide. They're calling you and you don't want to pick up the call because you're feeling guilty. You're feeling bad. Why? So today, let's talk about how to fly without losing yourself. The phone lines are open. I really do want you to phone me. I really want you to call in today because I need you as much as you need me. And we all need each other. We all need each other. Nobody is an island. I want to hear from you. The phone lines are open. Don't forget we have a toll-free line. The number to call is 07917. Let's have this conversation. Let us have this conversation. Right? I would love to hear from you. We have a toll-free line. For my beautiful ladies, the number is 0800 1235 917. 0800 1235 917. We also have another line, 07000 917 917. See, I don't know it all, and I don't pretend to. And it's okay not to also know it all. So I need you to phone in. Have you felt this way before? Do you feel bad when you cannot carry everyone along? Have your family members accused you? Have your friends told you that only you are the only one making it, you are the only one flying high? And it makes you feel guilty. You have stopped attending that secondary school group because you always want to dim your light. And you feel guilty. I saw a post recently when somebody said, oh, make sure one or two of your family members are abroad so that they can be working and sending money home. I sat down in that comment section. I really do that. But it made me realize how messed up a lot of us are. Because I started seeing some comments that made me open my mouth. Like, you send people abroad so that they can go and slave and calm down. And you start saying things around, oh, they forget you. They don't even, this one will just send money for house rent and that's it for the year. This one will just, this is why people run away. Because you want somebody to carry an entire problem when it's not Jesus Christ. Do you even have an idea what other people are going through? I want you to phone in. Has somebody accused you before? Have you felt bad for not carrying somebody along? Have they accused you? This is a conversation we need to start having. We need to start having these conversations. The more we go silent on this, the more we're being abused, the more you're being bullied to silence, the more you dim your light because you don't want other people to say that you're shining. And we grew up with parents and grandparents that have told you, dim your light, dim your light. Teach you anybody, Yoruba people will tell you when your yam is coming out, you cover it. But your yam grows to a particular level that you cannot dim that light of the yam. The yam is too big. Your hand cannot cover it. Why do they tell you to do that? So that people don't make you feel bad. The phone lines are open. Toll-free line is totally free of charge. 0800 1235 917. 0800 1235 917. And another line is 07000 917 917. You can also send a WhatsApp message to 070 3175 6537. You can send a WhatsApp or a text message to that number to be a part of the conversation. You can also, if you're joining on social media, you can drop a comment. I will definitely read your comments out. You can also listen via our website at www.wfm917.com or download the mobile app, WFM 917. Okay? So now let's talk about the part nobody really tells you about. When you're soaring without breaking yourself. Some people in your life, they can fly with you for a while, right? And it feels amazing, right? You lift each other. You celebrate each other's little win. You share the wind under your wings. You feel like anything is possible together. But then what happens? The altitude changes. Some people, no matter how much you love them, they just cannot breathe at your own altitude. You're going at a capacity, at a frequency that could destroy them. And sometimes we think this is love. Sometimes we think this is love. But not everyone was built for a particular altitude. And it doesn't happen all at once. It's subtle. A little hesitation. A comment that slows you down just a little. Kiki, just slow down. Also, Kemi, just hold on. You have to do it now. It starts with those little hesitation. It starts with that subtle doubt. A comment that slows you down. At first, you shrug it off. You think you can carry them. You think you can help them with that capacity, with that frequency. You adjust a little just for them. You dim your light a little just for them. You slow that flight, and slowly, almost without noticing, it begins to weigh on you. Your energy starts to drain. Your focus starts to falter. Your excitement starts to fade. It's not just about letting them go. It's about understanding your own limits. It's about seeing where your wings are strong and where bending too much will snap them. Supporting someone doesn't mean carrying them on your back forever. I'll take that again. Supporting someone doesn't mean carrying them on your back forever. Guiding someone doesn't mean letting them dictate your pace. And if you ignore that line, it will cost you. It will cost you sometimes more than you're willing to admit. So think about it. Who in your life do you constantly try to hold up? Who takes up from your energy without giving back? And who actually inspires your flight while keeping pace with yours? Because that difference is everything. It can be the difference between rising fully and crashing under your own weight. Flying isn't about leaving people behind. It's about knowing when to lift, when to hover, and when to give yourself the space to rise. It's about protecting your energy while you're still being generous with your heart. So we're not saying don't be kind to people. We're saying don't be kind to people that you stop living, that you stop living in the frequency that you were created to live in. It's about building a life where your wings can actually stretch. It's about building a life. I love that call. Please try to call again. Please try to call again. The number to call is 07000 917 917. And our toll-free line is 0800 1235 917. Okay? We lost that call, but please call again. I want to hear your contribution. No one is an island. No one knows it all. We want to learn from each other. We want to lean on each other. And we want to leverage on each other. Okay? So flying isn't about leaving people behind. It's about knowing when to lift, when to hover, and when to give yourself the space and the grace to rise. It's about protecting your energy while you're still being generous.
Hello?
We have a call. Hello? Hello? Your name and where you're calling from, please. Okay, the network, you had better cooperate with me today because my calls keep dropping. Not today. Not today. Network, align. Align. We need each other this very moment. So please, if you're trying to call, please keep trying. Do not give up because I really want to hear from you today. And if you're joining me on social media, please drop a comment. Drop a comment. I see your love emojis, but I want your comments. Have you ever felt this way, where you had to dim your light because of other people? Have you ever tried to carry someone along with you and they dragged you down? Sometimes they don't even know. They didn't mean it. So it's about building a life where your wings can stretch, where your vision can expand, when your purpose can serve without compromise. And that is a flight worth taking. I'm waiting for you to call. The phone lines are open. But now, while I wait for you to call, let's talk about guilt. You know that little voice that whispers, if you let them go, you're selfish. Oh, you're abandoning them. Oh, yes, it will try to follow you into every eye that you reach. Your voice will tell you that you are the wicked one, that you are the mean one. Even yourself will try to stop you. Must you live your full potential when you are making other people feel inadequate? That is guilt. That little voice that whispers, if you let them go, you're selfish. I hear it all the time. And I have to talk back to it and say, you know what? Mm-mm. Not living my best life is doing the world a disservice. Not living in the altitude that God has called me to live is doing the world a disservice, because there are people who need you. There are people who need you. And so when you dim your light, when you stop living, you're not doing the world any great service, but a disservice instead. So that tiny voice will tell you, oh, you're abandoning them. Oh, yes. The truth is, guilt is heavy. Guilt is heavy. Guilt clings to wings like wet feathers. Guilt slows you down. Guilt, it drains the joy from your flight. And here's the part nobody really tells you. You do not have to apologize for rising. You do not owe your dreams to anyone else's comfort. I'll say this again. You do not have to apologize for living your best life or for rising and for living in the capacity and the altitude that God has called you for. You do not owe your dreams. BL Clothing says, I do what I can and I don't feel any guilt. Absolutely. Because guess what? All you can do is all you can do. The one thing is, make sure you do all that you can do. You cannot carry everyone on your shoulder. You cannot be Jesus Christ for everyone. It is very important that we stop apologizing for rising, because you do not owe your dreams to anyone else's comfort. Because when you get to your maker, you're not going to tell him that I was going to do this. You gave me this capacity, this assignment. I was going to do it, but I felt so sad for XYZ. I had to dim my light so that XYZ does not feel uncomfortable around me. Is that what you're going to tell your maker? Sometimes letting go isn't betrayal. Letting go is survival. And sometimes survival is the only way to protect the love that you have left in yourself. So think about it. You've been pouring from an empty cup for how long? You're not even refilling your cup. You're not even refilling your reservoir. You keep pouring from an empty cup. You've been adjusting your life. You've been dimming your light. You've been clipping your own wings to make someone else feel safe. Tell me, how much longer can you keep doing that without breaking? I mean, let's be honest. I know these are conversations we don't want to have. And you know how they say that when two people go into a room, they come out smiling, they've not told themselves the truth. I don't know about that anymore. I'm going to tell you the truth. We're still going to come out laughing, I guess, I hope. But honestly, though, for how long? It's okay to release someone and still love them. It's okay to protect your wings while holding someone's heart in your thoughts. And it's okay to rise unapologetically without looking back. Because your journey is not theirs to dictate. And those that understand will fall in line. And those that don't fall in line, see you later. I've had relationships where I thought I could lift someone with me until I realized I was the only one flapping my wings. I've had friendships where I slowed down my pace just so the other person could keep up. And in doing that, I nearly forgot how to fly myself. And the hardest part, seeing that they weren't even ready, no matter how much I tried, feeling that tension in my chest every time I wanted to rise. But you know what saved me? Clarity. The courage to say, I see you. I love you. But I must fly. I see you. I see you. I love you. But I must fly. I see you. Honestly, I do. And it doesn't change the fact that I love you. I love you. But I love me enough to know that I need to fly. I love me enough to know that there is something inside of me that I need to give birth to. I need me. I love me enough to know that I am pregnant with a dream. I am pregnant with a purpose. I am pregnant with a vision. That God has entrusted me with something that is bigger than me, that is bigger than you. And because of this, Kemi, I have to fly. Folake, I have to fly. Chioma, I need to fly. I need to operate in the altitude and the capacity which God has called me for. Because I am doing you a disservice. I am doing the world a disservice if I do not fly. I want you to hear that. You can care deeply. You can care deeply and still fly alone if you have to. And sometimes alone is exactly what you need to reach the height that you're meant for. Because there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Alone, you are free. Alone, you can stretch. Alone, you can breathe and rise fully. Alone, your wings heal. Your wings strengthen. And guess what? They grow. When you rise intentionally, you attract the right people. The ones who can match your pace. The ones who inspire you to even go further. Because you think, oh, you've arrived, you've got to that level. When some people are saying you are too high, some are saying, Kiki, you can even do more. So when you are intentional, you attract the right people. The ones who match your pace. The ones who inspire you to go further, not hold you back. The ones who see your wings and say, let me fly with you. Why are you so high? Let me fly with you. And the beauty of this, you start to notice the difference between someone who supports your flight and someone who weighs you down. And once you see it clearly, you will never waste your energy again. Because guess what? Flying is a choice. Loving is a choice. Letting go is a choice. And rising, rising is the most beautiful choice of it all. It is. It is amazing to see that there's so much that you can do. To see that there's so much that you can achieve. To see that regardless of what life throws at you, you can be the best version of yourself. I love the story of the eagle. I love the story of the eagle and the story of the sparrow. I don't know if you've heard the stories before, but I love it. Because guess what? When the eagle is flying, it flies very high. It flies very high. It can operate at an altitude. So when there's an attack, when there's a wind, when there's a storm, instead of the eagle trying to fly and run away from the storm, do you know what it does? Do you know what it does? It looks at that storm. It looks at that storm and says, you know what? I am going to face you. And that is how we as humans should operate. Sometimes we have to fear, but guess what? Sometimes looking at that situation and saying, you know what? I'm not going to run away. I'm going to face you. I'm going to reach you. And you know, I've been thinking a lot about how the old proverb of the eagle and the sparrow, it's a story that's been with me for a long time. And I use it with a lot of my videos. I do a lot of stories about butterfly, about eagle, about sparrow. One hand, you have the eagle. It's impossible. It's impossible not to admire it. It's the king of the skies. It soars above the mountains, riding the highest current with a vision that encompasses the entire valleys. It represents everything we're thought to strive for. The eagle stands for ambition. The eagle stands with power. The eagle stands with peak performance, rising above the crowd, not letting anything stop you. And on the other hand, the sparrow, it doesn't soar. It fleets. It doesn't command the skies. It navigates the edges and the city streets. It's just there. When the storm is coming, it's running. It doesn't even fly. It's always running away from situation. It finds the sustenance not in the grand conquest, but in scattered seeds and in crumbs. The sparrow is okay with crumbs. It represents, if I look at it, the sparrow represents contentment, community, finding joy in simple, grounded things. For the longest time, I think, and maybe many of us believed this was a choice we had to make. Are you an eagle or are you a sparrow? We're told it's better to be the safe sparrow than the eagle, who, for all its height, faces the hunter's arrow and the storm's fury and says, regardless of what life throws at me, I am going to fly. I'm going to live my best capacity. I'm going to do everything God has deposited inside of me to do. But that's not the whole story. What if the lesson isn't about choosing one over another, but about understanding that both birds are in their own way? You can be both depending on the situation. Yes, the eagle flies really high, but the eagle isn't better because it's higher. Sometimes higher is who you need to be. And guess what? The sparrow isn't wiser because it's safer. The eagle fulfills its eagle nature, and the sparrow fulfills the sparrow nature. And depending on the situation life throws at you, you have to decide at this point in time, do I need to be the eagle or do I need to be the sparrow? So what I'm trying to say today is the real challenge isn't to label yourself about being the eagle or being the sparrow. The question is, which nature do I need to be at this point in time? This situation, who do I need to be? There are days when my spirit needs to soar. to get a grand goal, to climb, to strive, to see the big picture from an eagle's perspective, I know at that time that for this situation, I need to be the eagle. For this situation, and there are days like today when my soul needs the simplicity of the sparrow, to find joy in a small moment. So if your nature is to stay safe, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm saying there are some days that you need to be the eagle. Even if your natural nature is the sparrow, sometimes you need to leave your comfort zone. And maybe you are a natural eagle like I am, always up. There are some days that being the eagle is not going to serve you. Being the sparrow is who you need to be. Honestly, today, my soul needs simplicity. The simplicity of the sparrow. After this radio program, I'm just going to find joy in a small moment. I'm just going to connect deeply with my immediate self. I'm just going to be content right where I am because I am exhausted. I don't want to be the eagle today, and it's okay. Today, I want to be the sparrow. I want to be content. I want to be grounded. I want to be present. So the next time you feel the pressure to be only one thing, only the relentless eagle or only the humble sparrow, remember, you contain multitude. Don't let anybody label you. You are not one or two. Kemi Bailey says, this is where I am at now. Exactly, and it's okay. Sometimes being strong is who you need to be, and sometimes being soft is who you need to be. Don't feel bad about it. Don't be apologetic about it. Know the nature where you are and where you need to be at that moment. So I'm going to leave you with this. Next time you feel the pressure to be only one thing, only the relentless eagle or the humble sparrow, remember, you contain multitude. The sky has room for both. And a truly whole life is one that knows when to fly so high and when to be simple and when to simply just take flight from one branch to the next, singing your own unique song. Because guess what? It is your life. It is your journey. Nobody is going to tell you how to live it. If you're feeling like the eagle right now, I'm excited for you. If you want to feel like the sparrow right now, I am happy for you. But make sure that you're doing this based on your own needs, not because the society has conditioned you on how to live or how to breathe or how to choose. And don't let anybody stop you or dim your light. If you want to be the eagle, don't dim your light because of anyone. And if you want to be the sparrow, don't be under any pressure to be the eagle because somebody is telling you you're not enough. There's room for you to be both when the time comes. Okay? Growing up, and one of the hardest parts of growing is realizing that not everyone is going to grow with you or understand where you are. Some people, some friends, some family, even people you love deeply, they just can't understand why you need to be the eagle or the sparrow at the time that you are that person. It's okay. It's not because they are failing. It's because they are just not built to really understand. Let's stop the odds to explain or shalaye. It's okay to let go. It's okay to step out of someone's shadow and say, you know what? This is who I want to be. I want to fly this moment. Or guess what? I just want to walk. I just want to walk. It's your life. Okay? All right. This message is for me too. Thank you so much for joining. I wish I had more time because there's a lot more to share, but I gotta go. My time is fast spent, but I just want to say thank you. Remember, flying alone or walking alone doesn't make you lonely. It makes you free, free to rise, free to love without losing yourself, free to reach the heights you were made for. So tonight, when you lie down and think about tomorrow, think about your wings, think about your altitude, and ask yourself one question. Am I ready to stop apologizing for living my best and my true life? I'm going to leave you with this song, African Woman by Yemi Alade. But before then, I'd like to say a very big thank you to my producer, Rose Yusuf Kaiser, my executive producer, Tom Okewale Shonaya, my executive assistant, Rosemary Ben Bassi. Join me again next week, Friday, at exactly 5 p.m. on Real Women, Real Talk. Remember, I am Kiki Okewale. Till we meet again, make sure you stay safe, stay blessed, and stay happy. Take care of yourself, and bye for now.
African